Hello there guys, it's Stephen here. I've just been to watch the under-18s play Wolves, the first home game of the season, and it was a comfortable 4-1 win. It was miserable, absolutely disgusting weather, wet, cold, then sunny, but then mainly just wet and cold. I felt sorry for the new Spanish lad, Garcia, but it was really fascinating to watch because basically it was a whole bunch of lads, apart from one or two that I hadn't seen before. That's the best thing about watching under-18s game at the start of the season. It's a whole new generation of players, first-year scholars who've moved up from the under-16s, and are looking to make an impression. You're looking to see what they can do, what they can bring, and you get to learn a lot about a young bunch of players very quickly. Obviously it's still very early days, so it's hard to make any kind of informed opinions on any of them, but it was encouraging. They went behind initially to an absolute freak home goal. Henri Garcia played the ball back to the keeper, Paul Sokol, who's our second year now, and the ball just rolled through his legs. He totally and utterly air kicked it like Scott Carson for England a few years back, and he went in the back of the net. Sometimes those things happen. What shows the character of a player is the way they react, and you see fine after that, and City just kept the ball from that point onwards on the better team, and they deserved the 4-1 victory. I was particularly impressed with Nabil Touaizi. It's very hard to say. It looks like Touaizi, which is quite fitting given everything. He was really good. He scored two. One was a very good header from a near post cross from Felix, Nmecha, who's Lucas's brother, and the second one was a fantastic touch and turn where he moved away from three defenders and walloped it past the keeper from about 20 yards out, maybe the edge of the area actually, not that far away, and it was an impressive performance for him. The other goals came from Felix, Nmecha, and his was an absolute perler of a goal. Asensio's goal for Real Madrid against Barcelona, it was almost identical from that, 25 yards out, left-footed, whipped, keeper absolutely flat-footed, didn't move in the top corner, and also there was a goal from Ogunby. He put it 2-1 away. He kind of fired in from inside the air with his right foot, and it was good. It was really good. The thing that impressed me most about the character of the team was the fact that they kept the ball. They kept working really hard despite being a lot younger. I saw some stats where Wolves were mainly a bunch of second years, all kind of a year older in general than our team. Even today there was 3 under-16s involved, Reece Devine, Rowan McDonald, and the other one, Sammy Robinson, the right back. They were only subs to the other two of them, but we're already pushing players up a level, and obviously Tommy Dole's on 16 as well. We're just moving these players up at a higher level, making them work harder. We could have had Taylor Richards and Robbie Matando involved today, and we probably would have won a little bit more comfortably, but what's the point in that? We look at Taylor Richards, he played against Rotherham's first team midweek despite only being 16 years old. That is 10 times more valuable than playing an under-18s game, which he knows he's probably going to win. This is why I'm really happy about this idea. It's why we're probably going to see a lot of players moving around levels this season, but that's a good thing because it means they're challenging themselves to a higher level of football, which will create players, not necessarily just trophies at academy level. We don't want to just win every tournament. It's nice to win. We want to make sure we're creating players and footballers who are obviously going to develop and move up through the ranks. Individually, I was really impressed with Henri Garcia. Obviously, we got him for Barcelona, and he looks like a captain. He has this brilliant air of an old-school Italian centre-back. Yes, he's Spanish, but he has that kind of like, from a distance, he looks like you're watching a Maldini-type player. Obviously, not that level, but that's what he looks like. He's very composed, a proper leader. He had a good game in general. A big, strong lad as well, obviously incredibly comfortable on the ball. You expect from any Spanish centre-back, and he looks like he could be a real asset, as well as Nabil as well, the striker who scored 2 goals. He is powerful. We got him from Valencia only quite recently, and apparently when we signed him for Valencia, we signed him because he destroyed us in a game when the two teams met, and he was not your typical Spanish centre-forward. Great feet, obviously, but he was big and strong, good in the air as well. A hell of a finish on him. I was impressed with his link-up play and bringing other people into the game. Dele-bashiru, his brother Fiseo, dele-bashiru had a relatively quiet game in midfield. Felix Nmecha was quite good, nice touch on him, scored an absolute world-class goal. I don't know how good he'll be in general, it's hard to say. Anika Pozo was an under-18 last season. It looks like he'll get regular football now, given the fact that he's held back a level, which is good, and he was very tidy, very neat in possession, which he always has been. Only a small lad, but typically Spanish, good on the ball, comfortable, and he moved the ball around the pitch very well. I was impressed with Sammy Robinson at right back. He's only under 16, but he was industrious, he was skillful, he burst forward, like Seamus Coleman-esque kind of performance. I've not seen much from him. I don't know if that was an anomaly for him or something that he usually does, but he had loads of energy, he attacked really well. Defensively, a little bit suspect, we're being totally honest, but he looks like another very bright prospect, so you can see why he's already playing up a level. Ogbeita alongside Garcia was really comfortable as well. I'm not sure if he's usually a centre-back, but he looks very comfortable on the ball, and he moved into midfield later on when Amenkwar came on and he pushed up into midfield, and he's very elegant. He glides through midfield, glides past people, and defensively it was hard to say. He wasn't really tested at any point, but he looks like another promising player. And Ryan Corrigan at left back as well. We got him from Everton a couple of years back, a big powerful left back. Didn't have the most explosive of games, but he's got a hell of a left foot on him and whips in a few dangerous crosses. Simmons and Ogunby out wide looked a threat at all times. Nimble little plays and good footwork, and Ogunby obviously got on the score sheet. Simmons went very close with a couple of long range curled efforts. All in all, it was fascinating. I really did miss being back at the under-18s games. It was such a good feeling being inside the CFG, watching these players, learning about what their skill sets are, seeing who could be a potential star. And I mean, we'll have to be patient with their development this season. We're not going to see all the best players play at the age they are. They're going to be playing up, which may have a slight diverse effect on the results, but that's good in my opinion. Encouraging these players to test themselves outside their comfort zones. It was really fascinating watching their game. 4-1, horrible weather, and now we're stuck in awful traffic outside of Asda. They've closed what's the big road called?
Alan Turing Way.
Yeah, Alan Turing Way is closed off, so we've been sat in traffic now for about 2 hours outside Asda, which is great stuff. Lovely, what a way to spend our Saturday. But the game was good at very least. Anyway guys, there'll be a preview tomorrow, and I'll see you for that.